This is going to be a overview of the role of disruptor in wars. Super important role. Uh, Quite a few of them on each team. So, what is your job? Disruptors. You disrupt. Pretty self-evident. You find your home. Disruptors find their homes in the backlines of the war, either supporting healers and rangers in your own backline, or going behind enemy lines, pushing their healers and rangers away from the point, preventing them from supporting their groups. So basically, you're causing chaos. This is what you're supposed to be doing, making sure that you're trying to cause as many problems as you can while mitigating as many problems as you can on your end. Okay. So what we're going to go through today is we're going to talk about attributes and ability perks. We'll go straight into gear, weapons, and then weapon perks. Whoa, sorry, one sec. My computer just flashed off. All right, gear, weapons, and perks. After that, move on to the actual meat of the video. It's going to be a lot of odds, slides. We're going to go over positioning, which you should be trying to do during the war. We're gonna go over macros and micros. Okay, I'm gonna keep stressing this in future classes. I'm gonna talk about the macros and the micros and I like to add a third personally, and I like to go with you have your like Uber macros, which is as a unit. Okay, in war you're 50 man. That's how you guys respond to shots from the shot caller. So you have your unit work, your macros within your 5 man, and then your micros as an individual, okay? Because groups are only as strong as their weakest link. So I'm going to stress this a lot. Macros and micros, and I'm going to try and focus each role as I go through them, especially the micros. I think on an individual level, everyone always has room to improve, myself included. I have quite a bit to improve on, so I think focusing on our micros and remembering them when we are in anything we're doing, arenas or OPRs, even influence races, just in general, when you notice that you've made a mistake, you address it. Okay. And then we're gonna talk about some fun off meta builds for disruptors. A lot of maybe some stuff. Ooh shit. Maybe some stuff that kill squads could later institute. And then I'll have people come up and ask questions because even if you're not playing this role, I want you guys to understand each role. So that's why we do these. Okay. Basics for attributes is super easy. So we're going to be talking about two different types of disruptors, main disruptors, and then we'll get into the off-meta builds. So I split this up into IGVG and BBIG. Okay, they both have their own separate thing that they do, and I'll get into that. So I'm going to jump around a little bit with pictures and stuff, so bear with me. So we'll start with IGVG. We'll go through them individually. Okay, IGVG, 200 int, standard. Okay, and then you can play around with the next two. So the 200 int is split between your damage and focus. Okay, so if you want to go a little bit heavier on the focus side, okay, for the damage you give that up in con. What I'm going to talk about a little bit later is heavy versus medium. So when it comes to your survivability and perk choice, within your weapons, like in your skill tree. So survivability in any war is big. It's key. I mean, at the end of the day, staying alive is the most important part of war. I mean, play life is a call for a reason. So survivability, you kind of gotta make your best judgment here. Generally, if you're gonna run the 50 focus, you should be running heavy armor. The 100. I'm sorry, 100 focus. You should be running heavy armor because you're sacrificing the con. And then vice versa, if you are running a little bit lighter and you need that extra damage, you can go the 50 focus for the 250 con. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit later about mana management because included in the 100 focus, the extra perk on it is mana regen, I believe. I can check that real quick. Shit. So for 50 is the incoming healing, 100 right here, 20 maximum mana and 20 maximum mana regen. Okay, so that's what you're giving up when you switch up those 50 points. Okay, so keep that in mind. So IGVG, IG perks. Okay, we're gonna run straight down these lines. Okay, you have your Ice Storm, your Ice Shower. I called it Ice Storm. I think that's what it's called. Ice Storm, Ice Shower. We all know what they are. And Entomb. Okay. Entomb for the survivability. You're going to be playing a little bit farther away from your groups, probably outside of the 25 heal meter range for the now nerfed clap as well as the divine embrace. So you're kind of doing your own thing a little bit here. So I would always go this. Okay. There are like if you're playing the point disruptor, there are ways that you can play pylon with the changes to the plague crits, plague strikes, and the debuffing of healing. With you playing that backline, if you ever play the backline as a IGVG, then there are plays that you can play pylon. Um, but for this instance, what IGVGs versus the BBs and the IGBBs are the ones usually in the back going for those kills. So realistically, you want to be playing a little bit more defensively here because you're not gonna that pylon's not gonna mean as much if you're not actually attacking their healers. If you're just kind of peeling for your own. So basic key points right here. Cold reach, heavy freeze, or auto attack buffs are here. Cold reach and heavy freeze down here. Heavy freeze is a big one. CC. So auto attacks cause a zero point 0.5 second root to enemies affected by ice or frost. So yeah, auto attack buffs added CC. Heavy attacks over basic attacks because your heavy attacks will also have right here with I think it's crit chance and causes empower. So heavy attacks if you're using the ice gauntlet for your autos, never use a light attack. Always be using that auto attack. You don't need an ultimate perk down here. A lot of people like to take pylon just because you get that extra perk right here. That's not as important, guys. This ultimate only applies if you use pylon. If you're not using pylon, you don't need it. And realistically, there's just better perks in the trees. The builder tree to not make getting ice tempest worth it. You can play around with it, and you can end up really if you wanted, you could go 8, 8, 11, and sacrificing that for these two extra perks here. But it's really not traditional. Primey, yeah. What's up, boss?
Hey, is this for like kill squad or is this for like group? This is for like point
This is
VGIG.
so for point VG. This is point VGIG as well as quad VGIG, not necessarily kill squad.
Okay, it, on point, I don't think you need the heavy, uh, that heavy cold. If you're trying to free somebody, I understand that if they want to do that,
Hmm.
like outside of the point, but like on the point, you're not going to be using your ice gauntlet besides using the abilities and then switching back to the VG because you want those auto attacks to refresh all your abilities.
Okay.
The VG is more important for you to use.
Yeah, I think I
Uh,
farther down here I'll say something about how the like damage wise the VG with the heals and everything. It's just better to go with that.
yeah, and the
Um,
only reason why I say that is just you wait like you don't really want to be auto attacking a lot with your ice gauntlet. You
sure.
want to more or less have your VG up like most of the time except for the abilities.
Right on.
Unless, yeah, in War 2, people have those pots where they can't get frozen. You're kind of wasting your time a lot of the time.
Sure.
I would only use it for abilities and then use your VG for keeping that all your abilities up because the crit when you crit somebody, it gives you CD off of your abilities, and that's where the real value comes from
Right.
is stripping someone of all their shit.
Stripping them and then getting your cooldowns back up and just
Uh-huh.
maintaining that. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I
That's
appreciate.
all I want to
No,
say.
I appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you throwing that in there. That makes sense. I mean, auto attack wise, I mean, it's just this is kind of
Yeah, I
just
never
secondary. Like I just kind of needed to add something about the tree. The really thing, the only thing that matters is down here about the critical frost. If you're taking Great Wizard Hat, because some people find mana to be a little bit difficult to balance, so you can swap
yeah,
out those two. But
What? Yeah, and me, I do have a mana issue too.
mm-hmm,
I don't have the mag gloves yet. Obviously, it's been a bit since that since it came back up where you can get those.
mm-hmm.
But you get mana from critting as well, so you're gonna want to be VG
What
auto attacking a lot.
what was that called that you just called those?
Mag gloves. Every VGIG wants mag gloves, like it's mandatory.
One second, let me pull that up.
Yeah, that's up on Tempest mutations, which haven't been up for a bit.
Boom, right here. Is this what we're looking at?
right there.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
guys. Check it
so
out.
you'll get less crit damage, but you'll get 50% more crits. So it's not about actual damage. VGs are not there for damage in a
Right.
sense. You're there for your stripping of the buffs and letting your bruisers do your damage,
Yeah, that's actually
right? Because they're
I didn't even think about that with the VG perks. Yeah,
yeah, you'll want to get those. That should be mandatory for your VGs, IGs to get those.
let's put
Yeah,
super
I have a
glue.
little bit of different perk on the ice, but uh, again, it doesn't matter as much. Your VG is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Your IG is important for its abilities. Yes. I run heavy um on point, so I'm a heavy on point, and I would personally I run what Clay runs, and he's a VGIG. He's on 15K, and I'm running actual 350 int, 200 con, and then 50 50. But that's I'm on point and I'm in heavy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you might not want to go down to 200 if you're not in heavy. That's a possibility. I don't know the tech for medium, but heavy, I'm going 250. I'm going 350 int, two 350 int, 50 focus, and then I'm going 200 and like 10 con.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm running.
Right
And
on.
I'm running dark plate until I get my mag gloves, and then I'm taking
Oh,
the
okay.
heavy plate off, the dark plate
I think
off.
yo, check it out down here. I'll just skip forward for real quick.
Yeah.
When we get to the gear, it's funny. It's so funny you said that. Where did I put something? So this is something we're gonna go over later. I thought I put it in
Sure.
here.
I don't mean to
Oh
mess you
no,
up. I
no, no, you're good. Like down here for BBIG, I put Dark Plate as a super niche artifact that you can run
Yeah,
as one of your armor things. So I could actually you could
gotcha.
actually apply that to IGVG. That's good. That's cool.
Uh-huh. The BBs I don't have a lot of experience in. I'm not the guy for that. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not the guy
BB
for either of
VGIG.
these. This is all like stuff. This is all research. You know, I kind of do on my own. So I mean, you know, people who play the role, like I definitely like hearing from you guys because I mean, you're the ones out there doing that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind helping with this part.
Right
I'm
on.
not gonna step in on that. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, right after the perk tree, there is. I mean, like I said, all I really had so was on the auto attacks. So I mean, realistically, the only thing that mattered that I noticed would be the swapping out block and stand for critical rejuve, because like I said, mana is an issue. So that is something you
Let
guys
me
can swap
see.
out.
Do you want me to see what I pick on mine? I don't
Sure, yeah.
know.
Go ahead,
I
man.
kind of don't know off the top of my head.
Pull it up.
Give me a second here.
Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, here's that thing, guys, about the Grey Wizard hat. I've seen a lot of builds that run with Grey Wizard as the armor artifact.
Is there any VGIGs in here? I wonder, or no?
So there are not ones in here, but there are ones that have told me that that for this recording, I mean, they're looking forward to this afterwards. So
Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
And
anything
then
you can
maybe
add
clip
for
some of
sure.
this dead space out. I don't know if you
Oh
can,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. I always go through and just kind of push everything together.
yeah, because now you're waiting on me, and they're not gonna want to sit there and watch this.
No, it's all
No,
good.
nothing.
Yeah, well, actually, while you're going through that, I'm gonna skip down to the VG perks.
Yeah, yeah. Keep going, keep going.
So again, like the basic three that everybody runs. It's always Orb, Oblivion, Scream. I mean, that's just everybody knows. I think people who don't even play this role know that those are the three
Yeah, yeah.
standard go tos. Um, Rating and focus here. So again, like I said earlier about the 50 focus, you don't need radiant focus as a perk in your skill tree if you're running 100 focus because you already have the mana regen passively. Otherwise, I would recommend it again, or have the gray wizard hat. Just because the only thing I hear through all my research, and I think you even said, Prime, like mana management is tough.
It's tough, but what I do is I do when I run out, I will just hurt myself. But I'll VGs shouldn't be up in the mix unless they're dumping their abilities, right? And then you get back out, and then you start auto attacking again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's kind of what you do, and your crits are going to get your mana back as well. So if you know you're gonna before you hurt yourself, start autoing if they're clumping up a lot, and watch your mana and be like, okay, I'm good. If you need to hurt yourself, then hurt yourself, and then that'll get some of your mana back really quick. And don't just keep holding it. Like once it'll do some fat tick where you get most of your mana back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So give me a second. I just loaded up
Sure. Yeah.
and
Yeah. Throw your stream up, and I'll pull you onto OBS.
okay.
As long as you're comfortable with it, this is gonna go on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
no,
nobody's
I don't care.
cool.
I don't
Cool.
give a shit.
All right.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah,
Sorry.
that might be it.
Where is?
Yeah, mine's really weird. Mine's much different than yours, but for reasons.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, let me compare mine to yours. Let me have, well, I
Sure.
guess
I can
not.
pull
I
them
get.
both up.
Let me take a snippet of yours and then you can go back and host yours because I'm gonna look at the differences and tell you why I wouldn't use
Sure.
some of it and why I would use
Oh,
others.
that's not it. There it is.
Yeah, let's be. Did you pull it up on your? Wait, I think mine's. Let me start over again. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me snip it. Okay. All right, let me pull that up. Okay, now you can go back to mine. And then let me kind of look at the differences here. Okay. So I'm doing a lot more left side. I am getting that extra damage from Ultimate Chill. What we are
Oh
gonna
yeah,
lose
that.
though is the 20% cooldowns in frosted areas. Like a lot of times I'm not going to be using my all my abilities in one spot. So my ice shower, I'm going to have to usually I'm trying to trap them, right? I'm trying to get behind them or to the side of them
Mm-hmm.
where they can't either escape while my team's jumping. Like my bruisers, are calling, "Hey, I'm fixing to grab this top left of point," right?
Right.
You listen or wherever you're at. Hey, I'm fixing to grab this guy. And then when I'm looking top left to point, I'm saying, and then I'm trying to get there before he dumps because VG is going to strip all their armor and all their buffs of fortifies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm throwing my Oblivion down, or if I think I can't get a scream off right away, sometimes I'll scream then Oblivion. It's kind of up to you. You'll get more damage out of the Oblivion than scream, but you can still scream first. But make sure you try to orb last because that those the orb will crit and get your CDs up faster.
Okay.
But yeah, but going back on the ice gauntlet, if you see my screen here, I'm
Yeah.
looking. So obviously got all that. Now I'm adding all this. So we're gaining 15 mana whenever you critically hit a target. You don't really need that. That's the kind of one of the first. I don't think I had to pick everything in this. You see that? So just to get that. So I do have the heavy root. I'm not going to really use it. Really don't use it in war. In OPR, this is great. This is really good. And in war, you're most of the time you can use it if you get someone in ice and you're off with a like a segregated group. But usually on point, there's too much shit going on to heavy attack and hit that person and
So
then
it's more
freeze
of like
them.
a more of like a kill squad
Yeah,
oriented
it's
perk.
yeah, it's more of like a group going for one guy, and you know you can get it off because there's not a lot in front of you.
Right.
Just
Right.
that guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In most cases, you're going to switch to your VG to get your CDs back up. Let's see. Increase critical damage of gauntlet. I think a lot of these don't matter. The main thing is this because what I'm doing is I'm throwing my ice storms down on clumps that I don't want to that either my team's directly fighting to slow them down or I'm creating a perimeter where I'm wanting them to back off, where I don't want them to go, you know.
Right.
So that's what I'm using that. I'm just throwing this down for that. I'm throwing ice showers down to I don't want them to take certain positioning, so I'll block them off. Or what's even better is you actually freeze them where they'll get frozen inside the shower. So this is important. I don't have enough point to get the this one, which is no big deal. Um, the main thing is them getting locked down for a second.
Yeah.
Ren's good. I just don't have enough points to
No,
do it.
I would have even
I
said
need.
the haste is probably as far. You know, the haste is the most important out of the.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, once you get
yeah. Oh
to
yeah.
that,
Haste is really
it's
good.
yeah.
Obviously.
So
Uh, yeah, you can dance in that. I picked the increase 10% on the frost, so my
hmm
guys are going faster. And then
gotta have that. Yeah.
yeah, this will when I'm casting my ice and stuff on people, when I'm going into a clump, I'm gonna be a little scared. You can
hmm
also have that healing fortify when you use your healing pot. It only works on the healing pot. You'll hit that, that'll give you 20%. Then you got 3 seconds to use that. Plus when you're throwing your shower down, if you have to get up on an enemy, you're obviously going to want to cleanse first, and you'll go in and use this, and you're going to have like 40% fortify. So it's a good amount of fortify. And then if you have it on your gear, you're dodging away, and then if you have shirking fort, you'll gain that as well.
Right.
So there's a lot of fortification you can get safely with your ice shower, and then plus this ability right here. This is why that's important. And then yeah, that's what I use right here. Mainly, this is just bullshit. A lot of it is. This is what I want because I'm not really using this as much.
Uh-huh.
My VG is the main important thing. And this is kind of what
Here
I
we can
run. I don't know where you're at on yours.
right here.
Yeah, let me match mine to that.
Sure.
Okay, so let's see. I think it's similar except for
Yeah, where
the
we? Oh, bottom, bottom right on annihilation. Right. I
yeah,
can't.
let
I
me
can't.
I think I'm gonna snip yours again,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then I'll
It
go
looks like
ahead
it's
and
only like two or three different perks.
yeah. And I'll tell you why mine are different. Let's see. I know that the top left one, annihilation, the 10% when I'm below 50% mana, like I'm
hmm
hoping to be high mana anyways. That would be helpful, but maybe I saw something better. Let me see other stuff. So I do have this one on critical heal equal to 15% of damage done. It's not a lot. I know 15% is not a lot. I know if you're using the life steal or the VG, that also has life steal in it, so you're getting a bit more.
Right. That's life taker.
Um,
Right. Come standard.
Life Taker, yeah, it
Yeah.
has that on there. That may help. This is only when crits, though. You're going to be critting a lot once you get mag gloves, so this may help even more.
Right.
Just, usually when you're auto attacking, you're not in the clump. You're just getting your CDs back up, and then you're looking for the clump. And you're looking not only for the clump, you're looking for your guys to be attacking the clump. Um, so that's when you would be, just auto attacking and trying to get your health back and getting your CDs back up for all this stuff to come back on.
hmm
Yeah. Then I guess go ahead and go back. I don't think there's much more.
So right here I have extended suffering. Uh, that is the no, to
Uh-huh.
the right of the bottom of the orb there. To the right, right there.
This.
Yeah, successful
Okay.
ranged
So,
basic attacks increase the duration of non-control debuffs, non-crowd control
yeah,
debuffs. So
I thought about getting that, but the 10% is like sometimes could be point 0.7 seconds, like
yeah,
maybe a second. And I think I saw more value in
well,
5% mana per successful range basic attack. So that right there.
more that's like kind of more on the mana management
Yeah,
side of things.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then mana cost reduced by 20 when you're above 50%.
hmm
So these two held more value. That's only the amount of points I could put. So I skipped on that.
Yeah. And that
Um,
makes sense why you
that's
took out that
okay.
top
That's
left perk
okay.
now too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you don't have to follow this if you can also follow that one. But I've got
They're pretty similar.
yeah, 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 they are pretty similar. This is why I pick those.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad pick either. If your mana's fine,
I think the
I
only
don't use mana pots either.
I specifically put in the extended suffering thing specifically because I wrote here auto with VG over IG, which ties into what you were talking about earlier,
Uh-huh.
where you're
Mm-hmm.
pretty much going to be autoing with the VG and hitting those crits pretty
Yeah.
often. Looking for those crits. So at that point, hitting somebody with an extended debuff, I thought was only just a net win.
Yeah, yeah, it is a net win, but I have mana issues, so this helps me manage that.
Would you
I
s-
have to
would you
like keep my
say
mana,
would you
and
say
the
if you're
less
running that great wizard hat, maybe you could take that extended over?
you should be running mag gloves. I don't have them
Oh,
though
yeah, that's
either.
you keep. That's right. I keep
I
forgetting about
choose,
those mag gloves.
yeah, I choose dark plate over it because that gives me more survivability. Like my physical armor goes up by like 1,000 or
You
something
said this is
crazy.
a tempest, right?
Tempest, yeah, and it's
Okay.
gonna be the mutations.
All right.
So yeah,
It has been a hot
once that
minute since they've
happens,
done
get
that.
those. If someone some reason misses it, they're missing out big because you're gonna be critting all the time. All your CDs are gonna be up like crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts when those mag gloves are back on the board. I was just playing decks at the time when they were and missed it.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I
Yep.
mean.
So
Well, I appreciate that insight, man. Yeah. That was pretty much all I had on the skill trees. We kind of went over everything. We'll get into the BBIG stuff in a second. Um, let's see. Oh yeah. So this is for gear. So I mean, basically, gear wise, everyone knows that health is number one. Uh, I mean, it's hard to come by right now. Season four is going to change up. We're going to go, you just be hitting those chests as often as you can. Do those world tours because it's going to be a regular drop. It's going to be pretty sick. Right here we have Tricking Fort. That's just, Elliot version is also in the conversation. Um, from what I've seen, maybe Prime, you can give a little bit of insight on that with Ellie over Shrinking
uh
Fort. I mean, Fort just seems
I
OP right now. I mean,
yeah, I personally use Shirking Fort. I know most people use health. My company would say I was a troll for not using it, but I don't personally use it, but I wouldn't mind having it, but it's so expensive right now that it's like I mean, it once you stack it, it's fine, but I'm weird though. I'm still using Shirking Heals, Shirking Fort. I've got three Shirking Hills, four Shirking Fort, and then I've got my abilities. You're gonna want obviously I don't know if you went over that, but on your VG, you're going to either want diminishing orb or scream.
yep,
I
yep.
use
There's
scream for
Orb.
less healing. Yeah, play crits on that. Beautiful.
I
I
see.
don't have one yet. There's a VG that's in the Elysium, the new place. It's on the like the left side of the map. I can actually bring my map and tell you real quick. One second. There's a place you can farm it, but it's glitched right now, unfortunately. Like, but once it's unglitched, I think it's like the next update they're gonna fix it. It has Scream on it and Keen on it, and then you can upgrade the last and put Plague crits on it. I believe that's what's going to happen. Or actually, you don't even need Plague crits. You don't even need crits. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think on here he has Scream, Nullifying Orb, and Nullifying Oblivion Orb, and then Plague Crits is a secondary, as well as Electricious Punishment.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not sure
I
about
was
that one.
thinking. I was
Um,
thinking about getting the movement punishment one on my ice gauntlet. Somebody was saying it's good because it'll do extra damage.
yeah,
I know there's none on the market right now. You'd have to have someone to make it.
I think I put something in here about that. Yeah, well, we'll get to it. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then secondary perks. Like he has these things. Like he has Scream on his boots. Um, he's got
What does he have on his VG?
so VG. He's got Plague Crits Orb, Electricious Punishment.
Yeah, without a doubt, he needs to have diminishing orb or scream on his gauntlet.
Yeah, so he's got
Like,
Orb. I think this blue means
oh, okay, he has orb.
yeah.
Okay,
He's got
okay,
here.
that's
I think it.
diminishing orb.
Yeah, I
No,
think
that's
that's just what it
perfectly
means.
fine. That's fine. That will do like 85% off of their like active or their stuff that they have on, like buffs, shirking forts, and stuff like that. It'll time those out. Take all the time off. It's pretty good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And where on the map is it?
I was, you know what?
Yeah, I'll put you.
It's a monster. It's a boar you have to kill. Is it a boar? I can't remember. You may have to. You know what? Let me go to my character.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Think I have some in my inventory right now.
Hmm.
I just can't upgrade it yet. 1 second. Here it is. It's called Hades Fury. It has a keen putrefying scream, and then you can put play crits on it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can put the play crits on it.
Hades Free.
And once,
That's an easy search on the database.
yeah, yeah, Hades Fury. It may be better. Actually, once you get mag gloves, you probably won't have to have the keen. But I mean, I guess more keen won't hurt too bad.
Yep, there we go. We'll see right here. War Pig, Firethorn, Angry Earth. Here we got the map.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that sounds like it.
Right here we got
Um,
a little temple.
yeah, it takes. I've gotten two of them. I would recommend. It's not ready I can't upgrade it yet, so I don't know if you
Gotcha.
want to waste your time yet with the next patch. If you want to be pre-ready, you can do it. At least it does have a two perker that has the scream on it and it has keen, which if you don't have mag gloves, keen is big because you need crits.
Right on.
I guess personally right now this life taker's just better until you can upgrade this Hades because you want the play crits on it is what you want. Yeah.
And that's for that debuff too, because of the buff, the healing debuff.
Yeah, exactly. That
Yep.
healing debuff.
So yeah, so everybody's oh, and was the heart rune? He has it on here somewhere. Oh,
Oh, purifying.
vines,
Oh yeah, vines. Yeah.
vines. Yeah,
Vines
hunt.
is good. The vines you want is there's different vines. This is the one you want. You're gonna want rending vines on there.
Rending vines.
Yeah, it
And
should
what's
have
rending
rending
do again?
vines and then
There it is.
beefing vines.
Boom.
Yeah, brutal heart ruin of the grasping vines.
And
It's
that's Genesis, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Genesis.
I'm pretty sure it's Gen.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
It's
highly
mutated right now,
recommend.
guys. So it's a good time
Yeah.
to go get it.
People get the one with fortifying, but this is gonna you're gonna get less stamina regen for like 5 seconds, but you're just gonna have to remember that. So you're not gonna want to go in, stam yourself by like hopping in twice and then have to hop out, because obviously maelstroms and stuff. So keep in mind that your stamina, try to go in with full stamina that we can hop out once and then jump next. Let's say to when you're doing your vines after you do your combo. When you're ready to get out, then hop backwards, but save your don't go in and stam out because if you do, your region's going to be 50% slower and you're going to probably die. So just manage that part correctly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Easy enough. And then everybody's been talking about this deep freeze next season. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's looking pretty good. So frozen
I
rooted and
haven't
chilled
looked into it too
enemies,
much.
15% additional damage on both weapons. I mean, it's just kind of you know more output. Unbroken winds, refreshing move. So
What does the main thing do? I can't see it that well. Does it
oh,
say?
yeah, frozen, rooted, or chilled enemies take 15% additional damage on both weapons.
Ooh, that's nice. I might get that, maybe. I think I might get that.
Yeah, I
And then I'll
mean,
drop the life taker and then I'll have my custom VG.
yeah, Life Taker is gonna be fun. I talked about that in the previous video.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something that everybody's running for fun. I think it's gonna end up like working. So we'll see.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't use my IG except for its abilities, but that looks like it'll help when you're using your VG.
And rune glass wise, I saw a lot of people running Frozen Cruel. 10% damage against CC targets plus Frostburn. Um, and then for the VG, as augmented Frozen, so plus the Frozen Burn. So Just stack that ice damage. I know a lot of people are gonna be building anti electric and they already do fire, so I think frost is gonna be kind of like a it's gonna sneak in there as a heavy hitter because everybody's gonna be building for that bow for sure. Artifact wise, oh, this is BB. Okay, and then we'll do the BBIG real quick. Whoever said that editing thing, I think that was Legend. Yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna edit together. We'll split it up. So the IG perks for the BB, I put a picture with the one with Pylon, but I actually wrote out only take Pylon if you are running medium, because the Entome, if you're running light or you just want just in general, if you're running medium and you want more survivability, take the Entomb. But you can take Pylon with the plague crits and all that on there as well on the IG because of the disease healing debuff. Because these are going to be the guys that actually go in the back line. We got the BB perks. So um, I'm also I this is a role that I tried to learn as much as I could on before this, but it's still a little bit foreign to me. Some people don't like to take the double down. They
You got me. I'm muting my mic and letting you take over because I don't know shit, so you know more than I do.
Nah, you're good. I mean, the little bit I saw for this tree, I don't even remember the name of this perk. But I think this is a personal opinion that double down is just too good. It's a basically 50% refresh on your autos if you hit a certain damage. So that versus this, it's up to them really. Basically, that's all they're there for. With that is for the escape and for the CC. So the on roll is crap apparently now. Like I said, so like there's a perk up here. It's basically a shirking fort, but apparently it doesn't work anymore. Again, I'm a little bit foreign to this. This is the one part where you're gonna lose a little bit on. You'll have to do more research, on your own if you want to know more because this role it was tough. A lot of people don't even put up stuff about this role. For the BBIG, I couldn't even find pictures and stuff, so I kind of just went with what I saw. So feet wraps, everybody was running them. Uh, if you can't get those, you have the Freedom pants, and then like I said, niche is the dark plate. Perk order, same thing as up top there. Health is super important. Then your shirking fortification or elemental version, it depends. Then freedom for CC, and resilient is a PvP perk. Um, that one's a little bit niche. Some people stack it. Some people say it's goaded. Some people say it's crap. Um, I'm not
Wait,
100%.
what? Resilient?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, resilient you can't use anymore. It's on the old gear, but it won't in wars. It won't scale up.
Oh, well there you go.
You don't get the buff. Yeah, your gear doesn't go to 675 like OPR.
Boom.
So
Okay.
resilience no longer a thing anymore.
So health, shirking, freedom, maybe shirking heals. I heard it's not as bad as everybody's saying it is.
I mean, I use it,
I mean,
but yeah, maybe it lasts. That looks good to me. If someone wants to
but
put it on their gear, then they can.
yeah, we'll put it at the last though.
Yeah, yeah.
So there you go. Core perks on your weapons. Pylon, exhaustive shot, unending thaw, and then play strikes and hits for the healing debuff. I mean, just somewhere on your gear, try and get these. Um, Here you go. This is a picture I saw. Look, I even crossed out resilient on this picture.
Yeah.
So bis question mark I don't like to say bis either. So I like this picture. He was on his video. So health important. So health, freedom, and then Ellie or um, I forget which one. Fort, stricken fort. So Ellie or stricken fort, and then refreshing or like a fifth Ellie or stricken fort. Or another health. I mean, whatever the max is on these. And then there it is, pylon and ending thaw. And then I added a couple more. Plague strikes, exhaustive. Uh, yeah, there you go. Stricken for fairly. Rune glass, same thing. They put all that damage into frost, so frozen physical ward. It's huge at splitting BB damage into frost. It gives 2% physical damage absorption, plus 2% ice damage. So that's on your armor. Um, Jewelry, so sub stamina recovery, health, whatever for the amulet. Basically stamina recovery is just the most important. And you can follow health. Um, there's basically anything else you want on that. Ring, hardy is not as important. Divine, ice damage, etc., etc. Ring you can kind of play with as well. A lot of people roll them. And then earrings, same thing. Noble, refreshing, toast. Those are pretty standard. Purifying. Um, So for the weapons, for the BB, obviously Pestilence is BIS. Everybody knows that, but it's on the PvP track. Some people are still grinding that. I still am. So a good placeholder. Deep River BB, easy to get. You can check it out on the database. Um, some people just get them crafted. I mean, if you got the money, fuck it. Rune Glass, same thing. Augmented Frozen, put all that damage into ice. Frostburn. Um, get that plate grenades. Super important. If you're not using pestilence. If you are, then just hit play crits, refreshing move, whatever you want. Just play around with that one. On the IG, same thing as before. Frozen Cruel, Deadly Frost, Frost Attunement, and Refreshing. Um, so yeah. So for positioning, this is just basically pictures that I have from a previous video. So this is looking at the bot quadrants as an example. Um, Basically disruptors, when you're playing your quadrants and you're pushing everything off site, you have one disruptor that plays the backline, usually the BBIG, and then you have your VGIG. Do you have anything priming on war positioning when you're playing quads?
Sorry, I just swapped back. I had a message.
You're all good.
Okay, so the BB squads, I'm not big on knowing all the
No.
BB.
The VGIG. Do as far as like positioning during war, like what you're
Is
trying
this
to.
bottom of point? Is that what we're
Yeah, this
looking at?
yeah. So what we're looking at is bot quads, both bot quads.
I mean, so your VGIG always wants to try to help out their bruisers or help out their damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you said this is BBIGs or VGIGs in the back?
VGIGs.
Yeah. So VGIG is always a support role, obviously. So what you'll want to do is just either trap them in with your ice or trap them out. Are they trying to get on your healers? You want them out. If they're already in, then don't leave them a spot to get away from. So your ice showers are very important in this position.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're waiting to throw your combo when your bruisers are ready to throw their combo or your BBs are ready to throw their combo. So if you're in comms with them and saying, "Hey, we're hitting these guys on the left side or whatever, wherever they're calling, um, hey, wherever they're telling you they're going to do their damage, they need to be communicating. It's very important that they're telling you what they're going to hit, or if their combos up and they're waiting to combo together, and then you'll just want to go to that whatever they're fighting and just fucking strip them. You'll put ice behind them if you can, a shower on them if you can, and then you want to cleanse and go forward and just fucking strip them.
There you go.
Put your oblivion, scream, and then orb them, and then they won't have any good defenses, and they should get wiped at that point if you time it correctly.
Yeah. There you go. Same thing in the lanes here. I mean, you're playing offsite. You know, probably
Yeah,
same principles here.
uh, one good way to show it is, and I'll just mentally try to kind of give you paint a picture for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have groups 1 through 6, and I don't know if that includes BBs, but that should be at least main ball. Is 1 2 sit directly on point top, then maybe I don't know where they place them, but just off of the top of my head I'm going to assume 3 would be top left, 4 would be top right,
Mm-hmm.
5 would be bot left, 6 would be bot right, you can mix them wherever you want as long as they're in the vicinity, and they control the quadrant. They help do like the back left slice of a point if it gets too heavy, but they're more or less helping. They should be making sure nothing's getting to your back line. So they're backing off, hammering stuff, comboing shit in your back line. If everything looks clear there, then they're just hitting stuff all the way up until like Bon and Oppo Bon, depending on what quadrant. Um, I like to put just like an imaginary line from the middle of the flag and then go straight down and then go straight to the left. And then like if it's the top left, it would be straight to the left in the middle of the flag and then straight up. And then they kind of hold that quadrant. And they all you guys just keep your quadrants and if your quadrants stay doing what they need to in the positions they're supposed to, then normally you're just fine and you start taking point on its own if your bruises are timing your bruisers and your VGs are timing their combos together,
Yeah,
then
you're just
things are usually melting.
holding those
Yeah.
cooldowns, until everybody's ready to
Y-
go.
Yeah. Another thing on point, and this goes for bruisers too, is people will be on the like the top of point. Your two quad groups should be up there, and one's going to be usually taking space left and right, and then they'll try to work together if they can, but main thing is that at least their groups working together, and you're just going to want to usually hammer on shit up there, and then when your combo comes up for your grab and your debts and your maelstrom, you're going to want to jump on point together and find a clump, and you find that clump and you do your fucking dirty combo on them, and then you get back off, start hammering shit, go back to what you're doing back in your quadrant, and then you'll once your combo comes back up, then you'll dump again on point together. Your bruisers. You let your bruiser know, hey, my combo's up. They're clumping left side of point, and then he's like, hey, give me 5 seconds, my grab's almost up. And then one person will grab and do their combo, and the other person grab, do their combo. While the other starts doing his hammer, keeping them stunned, and he's finishing up his, and y'all kind of cycle together. And your VG should be listening to that as well, ready to dump his, oblivion and all that. If your VG does in sync combos with your bruiser, two bruisers, you're going to find yourself wiping a lot more clumps and getting a lot more success versus just two bruisers going in and doing a combo. Good teams with good gear, you'll probably see no barely any damage. But if you get that VG mixed in there with it, you're going to notice a lot of people start melting, and that's what you want. Yeah,
So to put that in to video form here, I have this VOD real quick. So we're gonna move into a VGIG VOD if you want to watch this with us real quick.
sure, sure.
This. So this was see how long ago? About a month ago. So it looks like, and he's running. So he's running Life Taker IG.
Is this one of your guys or who is this?
So no, this is just one that I found on YouTube.
All right. I can show. I'll send you a couple videos of how a point group, how they should be communicating, and how it helps you. I can tell you. I can show that one to you as well.
So you have that? Do you want me to? I can throw that one up.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's going super wide.
Yeah, he goes straight to point.
What group is this? I wonder. Do you know? Did he say?
It doesn't say in the description. From what I can
Okay,
tell, it looks like he likes to he favors bot right.
got you. What is? Okay, that's good ice wall. It's like directly on them. Like gives his team time to kind of get there. He's is this attacking? I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, he just wants to play point. He needs to. He's kind of just working with one bruiser. Yeah, a lot of times when I'm on point for your point guys, you're dancing on the point, finding a safe spot. You're getting your CDs back up. You're helping your team once your team decides to go in and get it. Or not only your group, you can help other groups on point. Don't think you can just help your own because sometimes your group is not syncing up very well. It's okay. Like there's a group on the bottom left he could have helped, like this big thing here. Like go and just like scream that and oblivion, all that shit to help start wiping. It's okay to help other groups, if they're on the point too, and you just may be closer than their VG, and if you can get your abilities off before the bruisers do their combo, you're going to get a lot of value out of that.
Yeah, that was a big clump there.
Yeah. So right now, just he needs to just play his life, manage his stam, auto attack. Right now, he's getting his abilities back up. You see, he's bringing up the ice gauntlet, and he switches right off of it. You're not staying on that. Going right back to your VG, and you're starting to auto attack. You should have like regen serum on. You're hitting that at all times. Uh, you're going to want to hit your cleanse when someone's going to stun you, so you just kind of hold off on that. Um, He's going. He dumped his combo. He got back out. He's auto attacking again
He hit
to
that
get his
regen
abilities back up.
potion.
This is exactly what you should be doing. Is what he's doing. Is just auto attacking to your abilities come back up, using your ice to create a perimeter. Um, Going back to your VG, you're wanting to strip those guys. You're wanting your circles to. You don't want to get pulled into a clump, so you got to be careful. So make sure you're hitting your cleanse pots before you go in. But your vines is big, 20% stripping their armor. It's always beneficial to hit oblivion than your vines, and then
Just
your
for
scream, then your obliv.
anybody who doesn't know what he's talking about, for like if they're watching this later, the cleanse is a pot that you buy at the beginning of the war. It's a
Hmm.
consumable, so make sure you
You can.
guys buy at least one haste, one cleanse when you first leave the camp.
Yeah. It depends on what you want to do. If everybody's using haste and wants to meet them sooner, you get so low of cleanse pots that I personally go two cleanses. I'll get the double cleanse,
Okay,
in which it gives me
spend
like
some
four
passions
cleanse or
going in.
yeah, yeah. If your team's very good at using the haste pot, there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's getting its value and you're not like, I don't know. I get more value out of getting more stam pot or the other pot,
Sure.
the cleansing pot. Yeah, it's just so good because yeah, it cleanses all the debuffs and all, and that shit happens so much in the war. I do buy haste though. 100%. Once I start getting into the war and getting my assist and all that, I'll pick those up. I'll pick a few up and have those just in case we got to rotate from point to point.
Right. As soon as you take.
Good. He's creating a perimeter. It's right on the enemy. He's got his screaming stuff. He dropped his oblivion. He couldn't get too much into the mix,
I'm still
so
alive,
he
innit?
didn't. They're holding point. The enemy's rotating to B.
Musket, musket.
So I
Careful,
don't know.
musket.
Well, probably not much gonna happen right now.
Yeah, he's making
I
that
don't know if they're
musket
giving
call.
up A or gonna come back to A.
Small rotation back, a little bit of a random
Little
play.
value right there on that ice storm. He got one guy for a second.
Should have held
Probably
that.
should have just held off and
Yeah. They burned his vine right there. It's
yeah,
just
I don't know
they
about
try.
that.
Yeah, you know, he's got the ulti. He's still boom, one guy.
Yeah, that's a no go right there. What he just did. You wanna use those vines on the enemy group. See, like him too. The guy that just
Yeah,
did it,
just wasted it too.
very very poor value
There was
right
another one.
here.
Did you see
Or
another one?
they don't have
Ooh,
the right team. I don't think. I don't see bruisers and
S-
stuff in this group. This is kind of odd, or at least I don't see them doing anything.
RPG,
He's by
uh,
himself. He honestly should have probably either. If the timer was where he comes right back up, that's totally fine. That's a good death right there. Reason why it's good death is because his team was dead, and pretty much the timer was right when he was going to respawn. So that's really good. If you would have had to wait 30 seconds because he died at the wrong time, that would have sucked ass.
boom, hit those cleanse pots.
Yeah, those cleanse
okay, move
spots.
back.
Like he wrote elixir as a search, so that the only thing he doesn't even have to think about it. He just goes straight to the
Yeah,
pots.
Yeah, and you saw how he double clicked it. You don't have to drag it if you don't want to. So just double click it if you have an open spot on your bar, and it'll just go on there. That'll save you a little time.
Is that like from after you eating food or something?
Well, he probably had ace spots and ran out,
Oh,
Right,
or
really?
not
bottom
haste
right,
spot,
screen leaving.
cleansing or haste in that bar. I don't know what he had, but he ran out, and so it just obviously goes empty. And then when you go pick it back up, it won't go in there. It'll
Yeah.
go in your inventory. It's getting
I'm
heavy.
two.
Hey,
It's good
Auto two.
vines. He's not hopping at all. He needs to hop too.
I can do.
It'll get him a good amount of space by pressing your space bar. Right there, they're lining up. That's a good time to orb. Probably would have been better though. Actually, it's up already. It's fine. His combo's up. I don't know when this was taken. I don't know if he has mag gloves because that's his combos are coming up fast as hell. Either that or he's just hitting a lot of people.
They just have the advantage there.
At that point, yeah, you want to be careful.
Yeah, I'm
He
running
had a
two.
cleanse pot up. If he was going in, he needs to make sure he's taking that.
Hitting that haste on that ice wall.
All right,
I will
so
go from the road. I will go from the road.
Road call.
they capped it. This is the last point. I wouldn't worry about a hate the cleanse for one person. Don't.
I am in the
But
point.
right when you're about to go in
Damn,
and
he
do your
just goes
combo,
right.
if they
He just goes
clump,
right
make
in.
sure you're keeping that up. Yeah, normally when you die, it's off of multiple people. So no reason to cleanse off of one guy unless you, like maybe a BV that does a whole blast on you. You might want to use it if he actually connects with you not paying attention. But normally one hammer doing a hammer stun's not going to kill you.
Max, it's just really quiet. Like it's not good. The
Oh, I don't hear anything. I'm just
yeah.
Back,
watching.
back, back, back. Scream leaving.
I mean, he's doing decent stuff. He's not bad. He's not hopping it enough, but he's using a lot of his
We
cleanse
have
pots and
healers.
his
Their
pots
healers
and
step in the
stuff.
point.
He's got decent ice walls. Like he dodged to go in. You got to be careful. But sometimes, if my team's going in, I will dodge forward. But it's kind of a bad practice if you can avoid it. Yep, you're just dancing on point here. This is exactly what your VGs need to do. Your bruisers and stuff should be, like I said, hitting stuff, getting off of it, hitting stuff, getting off, and then once their combos back up, they call it to each other, and then they'll go ahead and they'll grab Maelstrom. If they have dead up, they'll time the dead in with it,
He's
and
definitely
then
he's
they'll
definitely in the
stay
point
in.
group,
You
right?
declump.
Too.
The
Like
main thing is too is declumping
yeah.
when you're bruisers. The bruisers after if you see none of them got low or they don't get low enough for you to be able to swing once or twice, you probably need to get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
Like
just back off for
save your
sure.
charge to get out, save a dodge charge or something, and get the hell out of there, and then start hitting stuff, and then try to realign. It's just rinse and repeat. You're trying to both get your combos up, your debts up fast. You're constantly wanting to hit stuff to get your heart rune up. Obviously hitting your paths and stuff to get your heart rune up. Have your hammer open and just stun multiple people and help your team out.
He's
And
standing
then once,
he
yep,
he's standing so perfectly outside of his AoEs too. It's like sometimes he doesn't
I'm
have to, he
two.
can just kind of stand still. Yep.
good ice. Vines doesn't get a lot of value. It's kind of bad. He wants to use that vine because it'll run him for 20%. Like right there. That vine's on that. His team, you see he has bruisers and stuff. They'll probably wipe that so much easier. And they won't be able to get out of it. Like no one escapes. Yeah.
I say they lost that.
Yeah, they got deticked. That looks like they could start. Like they're could turn this right here. The he's messing up. He has his ice gauntlet out, auto attacking with it. I think that's a mistake. I think he accidentally did that. I think he had it out for a while. That was a no-no. You don't want to do that. That
Oh, it's a
Oblivion was not
wasted.
good placement.
That was a terrible oblivion. I was just about to say that,
Yeah,
but it's already back
I
up.
th I think he has the mag gloves. This is what happens when you have mag gloves. Everything crits, and then when everything crits, then your abilities are going to be
Yeah,
up a
look at
lot
that. Went from
faster.
like six
Fucking.
seconds down to 2 seconds.
Yeah, this is nuts. He has mag gloves. Mag gloves, you can make a lot of mistakes. I don't have mag gloves, so I can't do what he's doing just because he has 50% crit chance at least. That's nuts.
Tap of a point, tap of
Yep.
a point, tap
He's
of a
like
point.
critting so much.
Yep,
I'm
there's
two.
it.
Yeah, you can kind of get kind of nutty. What it's a little bit different when you get mag gloves. Then you can play a little bit not with your brain anymore as much. Remember that your scream gets them to heal less. All the VG matters more than people think.
Yeah, they're taking those ticks back.
They are coming from bottom. They're coming bottom.
Bottom.
Believe in
Yep.
bottom.
Oblivion. He just stripped all their buffs. Gets that scream. They can't heal as much, 40% less or
That's a good ice storm.
30% depending on where they have it.
Damn, this is some good heals too.
Yeah, he just using that in tune when he needs to. A lot of the times, if
Any
a
single,
VG can
any hit,
just say find the
please.
safe space on the point, see
Yeah.
how he rotates within the point. You find out less red. You keep your mind open to that. You're just trying to get your abilities back up. You find the safe space, and then you should be healed up and stuff. You go back into the fight. Do your combo for those guys. Get your stuff back up, and then find safe space again and just start auto attacking.
Ah,
Straight corruption, no barrels.
I miss the
Guys, we
words.
haven't gone over four phase in our last war video, but
Words.
four phase there is just some people get
I will focus
barrels. You
right
just talk
horns.
them out amongst your groups. Who's gonna
Yeah,
do
I
it?
think usually if you have enough cleanse pots, if you're finding yourself have a shit ton, then you can just get barrels.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend also making sure you get like four. If you have enough, like if you just have a shit ton and you're at 40 freaking cleanse spots, then just get yourself some speed haste too.
Mm.
So if you die, you can just, while you're running back, you hit that haste pot and then you're just flying.
Take out horns.
Yep. And horns go down faster with ice. Exactly. Put his ability on that. Goes down faster. All range, VGs, healers, all that stuff
Yeah,
can hit
yeah.
those. Only ones that should be on the door are like melees and stuff. Just
One horn
melees.
still.
This is really cool. I didn't even think about the horns, like
Hmm.
stuff like
They're
that.
Yeah, they're doing it right too. They're Yeah. You just circle around this 50.
Left
Think
horns, left
about this
horns.
too. At this time, the respawners, unless you're like cracked, unless you're really, really good, you're gonna have a hard time winning this early because the respawn timers are so short.
Mm-hmm.
So when the respawners are so short, they're going to be up faster. So they're going to
You're draining the
respawn by the
clock.
time you know it and come back and crash you on point. That's why
Yeah.
people try to control the respawns.
Yeah.
If you get good at controlling the respawns, they're going to come up in 10 seconds. The respawns are come up. People should be going from point or hell and going back up and going and try to kill their respawn area. So if they're D door or E door, those back doors, they're on the left side or the right side back doors on that red carpet area, trying to clear that out. They're there 10 seconds early, um, trying getting ready to clear that. Then they go back down. Then they go back down wherever they're supposed to be, like go hell, help clear all that
Any
stuff,
bulldozer
the
just get off
congested stuff,
the
and then
healers
10
from top.
seconds till respawn. Then you go, you start heading back up. Should give you like 3 seconds to be ready, and then shit on those guys on the respawn, right? And just rinse and repeat. And the later it gets, if you control it that way, then you'll notice they're not respawning, and then there's nobody on point, and you naturally just win from doing that sequence like that. Like it's easy. The problem is people forget. So if you guys get there, and if you can try to establish that respawn timer, if you can put that,
Nice
ingrain
heal,
that
nice
into
heal.
your strategy, you're going to have a lot more success if you get people to fort. To not panic right now, get all those horns down, walk it around, get your team to, not your whole team, but people in the area. If A door needs to stay on A door, you know, but people that are on C door, you're taking A door horns down, then you're getting B door horns, and then now that they've made it to C, they stay at C. People that have back gates just automatically normally go to the back, and then they'll start taking horns down and back doors down. So they're still working on A. They're not going to push in yet. So I think they're waiting on A door to go down. You can see it from there. Be careful fighting in the choke like that, especially initially, because they'll save their grabs and stuff. You sometimes want to try to bait out, like you'll go kind
I
of
am
in
in.
there, but you know that they can do that. They can grab and stuff. You'll back out, and then you go right back in after their CC's down. You know, they'll put their ice walls up. You wait a second, then you go back in. All that shit's down. No
Right.
worries. Yeah.
I will get out because I am alone inside.
They can easily get control here.
Yeah.
It looks like they just need the people to go through B. Just get in there.
They're trying to put a lot of pressure on those on that stage.
Yeah, it's probably those back
I am
doors.
top of the point. Yeah.
Big clump east.
I am two.
Well, that was a good tune.
This guy's doing his job. He's a point player. So he's just trying to get point tick. There's not a lot of his team on it though. Point tick at this point matters for like him, but really the rest of the groups don't need to worry. They need to worry about wiping and start getting the respawn timers. Their main thing is just fucking wiping the enemy and controlling those respawn timers. The point team won't leave though. The like usually the group 1 and 2 that did the whole point will just fight in this area, fight in hell a little bit, fight near the door, but for most cases are just trying to sit on point. You'll it's okay to get off a point too, though. Some VGs will try to stay, or bruisers like get
I'm
off
dead.
if you need
I'm
to.
dead.
Like if you're at a bad spot, like you
Jump,
saw them
jump,
clumping.
Yeah, but they're taking it.
jump,
Yeah, I think he walked into a debt. I don't know
jump,
if he didn't
please.
cleanse or what he didn't do, but you wanna be careful when you do that. You wanna fucking
GG!
if he uses art like an arcane pot, so that was take control.
GG!
I wonder who that was. That was Safi. Safi. Okay, I know who take control zones.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, go back. I didn't get to see it again. I wasn't paying attention. Go back a little. Okay, so his cleanse pot's down. He's got full health. He just binds that, but then decided to go even further. But
I'm
the
dead.
angle he
I'm dead.
went, he just asking for it. He should have
Jump,
probably,
jump,
when you're VG,
jump,
especially with the amount of people there, you probably want to go
jump,
on the
please.
outskirts because their damage is going to be forward towards point, and you get behind them and throw your combo down. You'll get a lot more value because you'll take less damage back there. Yeah, obviously, if he has cleanse up, I don't think he does. And see, he leaves the clump. He see, like
I'm
that's who
dead.
he should have
I'm
vined
dead.
right there. That would have been better. And
Jump,
and he could
jump.
have safely oblivioned from a distance and maybe not got that whole squad, but maybe got 3 to 4 of them and then vines it and then do this combo that way. He'd have got so much value. But again, I don't know though because it didn't look like enough bruisers. It looks like they just got wiped at that spot. They still won.
Yeah, it just seemed like they were more uniform. Everybody kind of knew what they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That was for Windsward. On the, I think you put down the, um, oh wow, he didn't put anything. Well,
Oh yeah, you wanted me to show you.
say what?
I couldn't hear anything from that one, but I think I did this one. This is going to be from Twitch. Let me go here. Stream. It's K Trinity. Damn, I'm gonna have to. Okay, wait. When was this? 8 days ago? No, that's not it.
Well,
Oh, this is it. Copy. This is do you want me to put it in the open chat for VODs or just direct message it to you?
Oh yeah, you can just DM it to me.
Okay. That's trending. I would say like this will help if just like listening. This is a VGIG video, but he's working with his bruisers really well, and this is how they should be work. Like this is how the bruisers should be communicating, healers and VGs kind of all working together and telling him where he's at. He doesn't always necessarily need to be on top of them, but at least if he always knows where they're at, once his combo's up, he can look, and if they're calling a clump, he can hold off a second on what he was thinking he should do and then go help the people within his chat because he knows they're about to do full combo. You know what I mean? So the better choice instead of helping randoms would be helping them than than the other squad because you don't know what they're doing. If he's saying they're saying their whole combo is going to be up, you're going to want to jump on that.
Right.
But said idle and don't do your combo. Uh, unless they're calling it, hey, my combo's about to be up. Do you got grab? And he's asking his other bruiser. Then try to get your abilities back up, and then try to do what you can for that. And again, VG's got to preemptively try to throw their abilities down. That way, the bruisers can kind of shred the enemy without, you know, shirking forward and all those things that happen. VG just strips all that off. Any bonuses these guys are getting. Yeah.
The screen you're sharing is the
I DM'd you the thing, the actual thing.
Oh, I thought you were pulling up that too. Yeah, I'm trying to get. Oh, one sec. My stream went down. I was like, why am I looking at your stream? 1 second.
Gotcha.
There we go. So every time I use this stage, for some reason, it's here. I'll do the
I'm,
application. There we
I'm
go.
gonna send you another video. I don't know if it'll link. This is you should get your guys on this, the respawn timers. This is for when you this will help you a little bit defensively. It kind of gives you some input. Um I personally think some of the best info comes at a certain time, but if you're trying to just get someone to watch 3 or 4 minutes of it that won't, watch the whole video, uh this is what I did. I think it's at 10:30 or 10:40. No, it's 10:40 to 13:50 timer.
Yeah, I need to go buy my cleanse. Move,
Inside the
motherfucker,
fucking
stop
tonight,
fucking
baby.
running
No
forward.
fucking way you forgot, bro.
Bro!
Again, bro. 6.
Here
Fingers
we go.
crossed that it'll crash. Let's go.
Yup, yup. Let's go.
There is a bug where people crash on the beginning of Brimstone.
I just crashed randomly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, me and the road here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working on you, working on I'm grabbing on you again, grabbing on you again.
Who's it on you now? Is it on top left center point?
Up left top. Grab him top one.
Yeah, I'm staying there.
They're crashing you guys.
Tracking
there.
top point, tracking top point, tracking all top point.
Yeah, you guys are a little bit. Just careful, casting up.
Heal 2 lane gun, secret lane gun, top right. Passing lane
Showing
again.
top right, showing top right.
Seeing
Yeah.
top right, seeing top
Make
right
sure
right
your
now,
guys
seeing top
get
right.
in before they go into a war. They know what top right is, top left.
Seeing top left.
I grabbed
Obviously,
that
Bottom right,
if
bottom
it's a
right,
point team, you know they're
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah,
left
now. Grab
corner,
seven.
right
I
of
got
point.
vines ready.
You know,
Sacred bottom right.
I got that, you know.
Alright, hold on.
sacred
use me
bottom,
some. I haven't-
sacred bottom
I haven't
right.
used
You
some.
know, it's
Secret
like
lane gun, top right.
I'm on healing from bottom center point. The single for 2.
90, I got a wall top
Alright,
left.
I have it now, I have it now. You have that
the
too?
healer announcing where his heal
Alright, yeah,
circle's
let's
at
do
is
the
like,
first
oh
thing,
cool,
let's
I'm
do the
gonna
first
play
thing.
right there.
Actually, wait, no, we can just hold.
Like
We
top
can
left
hold.
here? Like top left here?
Yeah, I'm done, I'm done.
Top right, top right, top right.
Top right, top right.
Top right, top right.
Three,
Top right now, top right now, top right, top right, top right now.
Just do it now,
Wizzy,
just do it
we
now.
no stand, we no stand.
I vinded, I vinded,
Secret
I
lane gun,
vinded.
top right.
Yeah, they called it. He had vines up. He's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna help play off that. The
Tracking it all.
Heal 2 lane
communication.
gun, casting now.
Cast up.
So fine right here.
I got a sacred.
Heal 2
No, I'm on
crit,
the
secret
set point
crit.
now.
Right side point.
Starting.
Casting crit now.
Cast custom.
Yep, seeing.
Might get you.
You're
Wait,
gonna
no.
beam bottom right
I'm on the
side.
right side.
Yep,
I'm
I'm gonna grab bottom here.
Jet that half.
No, it's splitting.
They're
They're
splitting,
splitting
splitting,
already.
splitting, splitting.
They're,
Their point, world
I
moving,
think they're
world moving.
defending.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
think they're
following, I'm following.
defending.
Yeah,
Yeah,
follow well.
That fight grabbed that here.
Like 90.
That's it. It was time.
Sacred
Stop
ready.
staggering me, you fuckers. Alright.
Just play it life.
I'm just using grab real quick. I'm using grab, no debt, grab, no debt.
I'm
Top left,
top right
target
here.
top, target top
Oh, I
left.
got that here.
Top
I mean,
right.
dude,
Up
I'll
left,
grab
top right.
that.
it does.
Vinny
The
now.
way that they're playing does.
I get
kinda make
I
it
get
look
shocked
like
at
they-
you.
You
You
know
got
what,
called
looking
the
for something?
They're kind of like taking on the attack.
You're
role.
pulling like you're no heals.
Wanna look
Take
follow?
him now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, wait, what
Let's
is
go,
this?
let's
And
go,
then
let's go, let's go, let's go,
they're
let's go,
yellow,
let's go,
so
let's go, let's go.
I live on you.
that's got to be them because the flag's yellow.
Yes. I got it.
So they're defending.
Heals back.
Shocking.
Respawns one, respawns one, respawns one.
That's what just it.
Sacred top center point.
Top.
Their healers are playing top left.
I have
I'm showing
I
top
have
right, I'm
mine.
showing top left.
Scream top
I'm
left.
got
I'm
top
up.
out there.
Yeah, I'm binding top
I
left.
got left. Wizzy, left side.
Alright, I'm coming back, I'm coming back right now.
It's on charge.
Looking to grab, I wanna look to grab top left. Grabbing. Top middle. Grabbing.
Split B and C here.
Shocking this. Yo, look for his name real quick. Bruce, out left?
Sacred top center point. Top center point.
Don't get DC'd, so I don't get it.
It's
I need to get
as
repulled in like
rotates come through.
1 minute here.
Abuna, you
DC.
DC.
I'm seeing top point right now, seeing top point.
Yeah, I'm saying GC.
I'm on top
I got a
right.
wall.
I got that here. Yeah, boost your top point. They're red. Boost your top left. Right back.
I'm gonna
Boost
I'm gonna
it, boost it.
you guys.
Sneak cleanse if you can.
Dig
Sneak
on.
cleanse.
Miko's on behind. Oh, never mind.
Looking at top right now, just trying to blaze guys.
I got that here.
Come on, Woozy.
Heals
I mean,
on
he and
bottom right.
that.
Heals on bottom right.
Okay, we all should got that here.
Wait.
Yeah, how he saved his vines. There's no reason to use it for one guy. See now, there's a buttload of them. He's gonna get way more value.
I'm swimming. Out.
Try not to use orbs or oblivion or
Scream on Kilash. Obliv on
any
Obliv.
ability really for
Blood
one
Keylash, blood
person.
Keylash.
If you can help it, unless it's a healer,
Yeah,
then
group
that
one
may
doesn't
be
have
okay.
Group one,
Wait,
or
do me,
group
do
three.
me,
Like if you
do me,
think
do
you
me.
can get it.
I'm almost in. I'm almost in. Almost in. Almost in.
Alright, millennials.
If you're screaming a healer for nothing and no one's following up, then there's no really
Playing
point.
top left right
Seeker's
now.
on flag. Seeker's on flag.
Armor breaking all, spot left. Armor breaking L.
I got that here.
Yeah, I have
See,
that.
like if he would have turned around, I saw I think it was a healer and a schizo was on him.
Casting set.
That'd probably be a good scream.
Casting ready.
Because then
I-
four
there you go,
more
there you go.
probably
I'll-
gonna
I'll-
follow
I'll-
to
I'll- let me
to
cross, let me
die
cross.
with that because they've got no healer
Grab 14, grab
in
14
most
right now.
cases.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
let
mine.
me
You
shot
get
these
shot?
guys
Get
up
shot
on
or
the
something?
Scream middle.
Watch out,
Look,
bottom.
look, look, bottom, bottom. Look, look, bottom.
Look to refresh, look to
Oh,
refresh, refresh.
bottom now.
Seeker's on up now.
Yeah, that would have been a good vines right there, but he was playing life.
Nice.
Alright, I'm back in.
It's better for him to be alive. I'm sure that's why he did it.
Watch out, bottom left, watch out, bottom left, watch out, bottom left.
Yeah.
Going from
Yeah,
left.
bottom,
Going
bottom, bottom.
I'm 50 meters out, hurry.
Do me no send up left.
No, single. The single.
Wait, yo, they're stacking on right side as well, stacking on right side as well.
Seeker on up now. Top
I'm gonna
right.
go left here.
Yo, 2 crit, casting now.
Left.
Heals are bonfire. Heals are
Putting
bonfire.
sacred
They're
crit.
playing right side point right now, playing right side point.
Cast down.
I'm rotating bottom left.
Grabbing forward, my death to half. When you just grab, grabbing top point right now, just
Seeker's
grabbing
on
top
up.
point.
Right side point. Seeker's
Yeah,
right side
fucking,
point.
fucking.
It's not clutter when it's
I got
about
Shelly, keep running.
positioning, about position,
That's
because
really good.
it's hard to tell where your team's at in these fights. But if they're calling it, then you know where they're at, and then you just trust their call that they're where they say they are.
Yo, 2 crit, sacred crit.
Grab that thing, grab that
Like
thing.
I can't see where his team's at really. Now I finally see one guy, but
Cast flag.
Yo,
if
2
they're
crit.
calling it, then I don't have to look for little things. I can more or less worry about my micro.
Casting Ori.
I'm in bottom,
Yo, 2 crit, casting now.
Bottom.
Everything on it.
And the macro just comes naturally because I'm going to where they're calling.
Yeah.
But now, Bob, watch your right.
I'm staying on right side still, I'm just swinging on Lucy right now, bottom right.
See, he's like in a
No,
bad
two crit,
spot.
guys.
He needs to move
Quick
out of that
second, crit, right
spot.
to point.
You're getting too clumped, you just move out and get back in. This is how you play point.
DE2.
You find a safe spot,
Yo, heals for 2.
you'll do your combo.
Heal 2. Heal 2, Hori, casting now.
Bomb
No, heals crit, sorry. Casting crit now.
Seeker's on flag right now.
Cross.
Cast up.
Oh, solo, bomb right.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Just to explain to you. Like, if you're like, what is he doing by himself? He's farming his auto attacks to get crits, to get his mana plus his abilities back
I
up.
got that here.
And then he gets back in, his abilities are up. Now he goes and finds a clump with his teammate fighting it, and he goes and
Getting CC.
strips
I'm trying to
them.
heal you here though.
Top back
Rinse and repeat.
Scream top left.
Bonfire.
Yeah, crush up left.
Yeah. I bind it.
And
Mine's
do
on
me,
Billy.
do me, do me,
I
do
walled
me,
him,
do
I
me,
walled
do
him,
me,
I walled
do me,
him.
do me,
Big
do
wall,
me,
big
do
wall,
me.
big wall. Do me, middle point, do me.
It's your sacred, Billy.
Nice, he's nice.
I'm gonna heal this fight with you. Casting Len. Heal 2. Ellie, Lengard, no heals for 2.
I'm looking at Bruce Lee top left.
Bruce, you
Top left.
Bruce, you top left.
I'm coming back here. Look at
Yo,
we just
two Hori,
grabbing
casting
top
now.
point. Grabbing top left right now.
Casting Hori again.
Yeah, I got that here again.
Casting Hori again.
I grabbed that.
No,
I
two
had
Len,
that, I just
catching
had
now.
that, no grab. Look where the point.
See, Len.
Bottom middle.
Heals a bonfire right now. Heals a bonfire.
Yeah, I got that. We got that.
Yeah, I have it in 10. Have it in 10. Have it in 10.
I'm never getting my grab, man. This
Yeah, it's flails.
It's getting smited.
Alright, grab that too. Grab that too.
I'm
Wanna-
90,
yo,
90,
Alright.
Grabbed that too. He's got his vines up. He hears it. What does he do?
No, look towards top. Look towards top. Wait for them to crack.
Yeah,
Wait
I'm
for them to
looking.
move.
Top left,
Wait.
probably.
Keep it top left. Look top left.
He said, wait. The guy's saying, wait for a crash.
Top
Now he wants it. Bop.
Sacred top Brian crit.
Vines.
Flag on top center point.
Ellie crit, that's your stem.
they're gonna counter top left. Damn, I got Len.
No, 2 Len. Casting.
Don't pay top.
And he double clicks that.
Casting crit now.
Casting
DE
crit
crit
again.
again.
This one's 3.
DE crit again.
Seeker's on
I
crit.
need this.
It's your Ellie.
Yeah.
I'm playing top,
Come back to
top
front.
right.
You see how he's hopping a lot?
Yo, Carl, have you muted again?
It'll help him get out of the space he needs to get out of. And then, yeah, you dodge when you need to.
I'm
Top
potting.
right, free stop.
Scream on you,
Yeah.
Dilemma.
I'm staying top right now.
Casting Hori.
I got that here again.
I'm coming up for stun right now.
Yo, grab that top right now. Grab that top right now.
Sacred Lengard top
What are
left.
you looking like
Midpoint, sorry. I'm playing.
He's playing point.
Thank you.
He's trying to keep his combos up, helping his team. Then he finds that safe spot within the point and plays that. See, it's super safe back there. Now he needs to get a little dangerous. He'll hit his cleanse up and try to get a combo in, get back to safe spot. Rinse and repeat over and over.
Actually, I'm CC'd right now. No heals, Lingard.
We can't come right. Christian right. We can't come right. Burn
Heal
now.
two
Burn
crit,
now.
catching
Burn now.
now.
Burn now. Burn now. Burn now.
Casting crit again.
Yep,
Heal two,
mine's
casting
bar
now.
right.
Casting crit again.
Oh my god.
Heal 2
Wall
milli.
on
Bruisers
you.
are getting in there, doing their combo.
Everything
Combo
on you.
gets down, they're
Trigger Hori.
declumping.
Yo,
They
he
don't
is-
want to
he's
stay in there
fucking
unless they have
good.
someone
He's
really
fucking
low.
shit, so
And
good.
6-5.
And if there's too many, then you probably just rather declump if you didn't get
Heal
kills
2
on your
milli.
combo.
I'm out.
You probably just want to get back out and find
I don't
something
know why they ever switched
safer,
out.
unless you find that you got good heal circles on there, you got your cleanse up, you got all
Heal 2
that,
land,
you
casting.
may be okay.
Left, 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 left.
Quick, it's mid black.
Especially, like I
Heal 2
said,
crit, casting.
really the only reason to stay in there is to maybe get one more auto.
20 milli.
I don't have the
Casting crit
answer
now.
if it's worth to stay. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If they're
Putting
gonna
6
die,
cross
but
top right point.
I feel like it's the safer choices to.
I'm unmuting you right now.
If they're highly clumped, you're gonna get your
Alright, what's
wombo
up?
in and you're gonna get out of there. Hopefully you had debt and stuff up too, and you work
Oh,
with another bruiser and a VG.
You still
Bruce,
died?
Bruce, Bruce,
Nice,
chase
nice,
him.
nice.
Yo, they got me CC'd back at point, no heals. I'm sorry. Rotating towards bot right here.
I'm out.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm playing bot right point. Bot right point. Chilling. I'm rotating back into everyone. Yep. I'm coming with you. Coming with you. Catching crit now.
Yep. No heavy attacking, none of that. I even have the ability only because I get more damage out of my ice ability,
Healing 2
like
Lin.
25% more or something, you know. So
CC, no heals for 2. No
I
heals
just
for 2.
have to have points into that
Catching
stuff.
Lin go down. That's your down.
I'm not using my ice gauntlet, but you know, except for its abilities.
Ready? Go look get ready to look bottom left. Get ready to look bottom point.
There gets crit bot left.
Oh, if he gets the vines that, oh, look at that.
Swimming out.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, push him up. Push him
Oh,
up.
lock
push
those
him up.
guys in now.
Oh my god, I won that.
I have a secret top right. I'm playing bot right too. Yo, what do we do? Our comp feels good.
They're regrouping. They're
My bad, I
regrouping.
didn't know
They're
what
regrouping.
Buy cleanse, buy cleanse, buy cleanse, buy cleanse, buy cleanse, buy cleanse.
Push up the bonfire in though.
Honestly,
Doug Jackson, bro. Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Yo, just
Keep it up, chill, keep it up. Nothing, no heals.
Yeah, is it a full reset?
I got nothing for you guys.
I got you. No, I got you.
They
They're pushing in pretty heavy top left here. Be careful.
It's pretty much it's a regroup and reset.
Watch for right too.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if a different point just got capped. I think that's what happened, but it does look like a full reset.
They're heavy, Vaughn. So I'm gonna put a second Vaughn. I don't know why
They're
they
spreading them out a little.
No, it's been one
Think
for a
cover right
while. It's been
What's
it's
your
been
word,
one
Cassie?
through all of
I'm
this.
getting CC. I'm trying to hit.
Oh, so they do, but just totally back off and
Yeah, they
crash.
just- there was
Army wide.
Destroyed.
there we go.
So I'm gonna put a second Vaughn for you, crit.
Full regroup, we'll watch that.
Doug Jackson, bro. Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Full wrap.
yo, just
Keep it up, chill.
That was a back off and wait call. There we go.
Nothing, no heals for 2. One.
Yeah, and to me, it's okay to push your groups up like that, especially if they have no point pressure. It's pointless to let them come directly to point. Why not fight them a little closer?
Yeah, don't let him watch for right.
Now they're spreading them out, which is smart. That's gonna make him make choices.
They're heavy, Vaughn. So I'm gonna put a second Vaughn for you, crit. Yeah.
If they clump somewhere, you can just put ice showers in one spot. If they fan out, you can't usually cover everything.
He called for a sacred. They can't get a sacred on Bond's side.
Pushing into our road. Be careful.
Watch out,
Careful.
watch out.
We got shot left. We got shot left.
Zero.
I'm ready whenever I have vines.
How did they not get punished for crashing?
Instead of dodging, he got in that ice, he hopped.
Grab that in 10, grab that in 10.
No milli needs
Go 2 milli. Catching milli. I got milli. I got milli. Second crit.
It's gonna be
You
top right here,
can
probably.
die in
Good
oh,
boy.
Vadim, you have it?
Yeah, yeah, all of it.
Alright, you're
Yo,
ready?
I'm gonna secret safe, bro.
Keep it bonfire, we're keeping it bonfire, we're keeping it bonfire.
No, no.
Keep it bonfire, look to the bonfire, 3.
You on 2 crit. Putting second crit bot left. Catching Hori now.
Bonfire safe, bonfire safe, bonfire
Do me.
You on 2 Hori. Catching Ellie on crit now. D crit now. You on 2 Hori. Catching now.
You're going for team now. Cast for team.
Catching
He's
destroyed.
just getting the 45
Circuit's going Lingon bot left point. Sorry, bot right. Catching. That's your haste here. Lingon.
He's going 15.
That road is safe, by the way. I'm in that road.
Yeah.
Catching Hori.
Moving towards Alpha.
Yeah, boost the top left can drive.
This one's 10, this one's 10.
I'm healing from their bottom right.
This one's 5. Yo, keep clumps on bonfire side, that's our strong side right now. Keep it on bonfire side.
You know, for mess up.
Heal 2 Hori,
Get caught
catching.
out.
Putting sacred right side point.
Sacred Hori, by right point. Heal 2 Lin. That's your haste.
I'm good. Go back right
I
now.
don't have that for a bit.
Come back
Heal
right
2
now.
Hori.
I did
You
that.
don't have
it.
Catching Millie.
I'm healing bonfire.
No heals for 2.
Take it on
Catching
now.
Millie now.
Now I'm
I need
healing
to build it. I need to build it.
Millie, I'm gonna put Sacred on you. No singles, no singles. Catching Millie now.
Slip through your crash.
Alright, Link, I had nothing. Catching Hori.
Bottom right now.
Saker's on Vadim right.
It's all fine. It's all fine. They died. Bottom.
Work. Pad.
Catching Sacred crit. Catching crit again.
Dog him.
No, Seiko for 3.
Heal 2.
Everyone keep on top of that.
Heal 2 Millie. Catching now.
Yeah. I should be fine.
I'm getting monkey moded right now. No heals.
He's not really holding his IGs.
Top is still free to step.
No, I got that.
He's kinda
I got that.
spamming them as soon as they come up.
They're all top right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Playing left side
you
point right
that it helps with the control of the battle to help them not be able to push into the next sector.
now. He's grabbing on point
Like,
now.
Sacred Hori.
you know, because he's creating kind of a safe spot with it. Also,
Playing left side.
it'll either pinch the enemy or it'll create a safe pockets for your
Catching
teams.
Hori. Heal 2. Got nothing. Catching
So if he sees like a group clumping, he can put that like right on them, and then they can't go through that very easily. So that spots behind him normally become a safe spot.
I'm still getting CC. No heals. Sorry.
Approach this
They got
like,
fire steps.
I get you crit.
micro
Get you now
level,
crit.
like him individually as a player, like
I'm pushing
Catching Ellie crit.
Push off.
I'm getting CC'd by their great swords.
You don't know why he's doing what he's doing?
No,
And I'm getting monkey too. Fuck.
like,
No heals
I feel
for
like
crit.
I've kind
Please
of give you
all
some
go
of the
back to my
base
base.
info of why he's doing what he's doing. He's doing exactly what I said he's doing. Like I can tell you the ice part if you want me to kind of explain that. But again, you see he puts it right there. They're not being able to rotate as much over through him, and so the left side's become a safe spot, and now the red's getting more red, right? Because there's not ice on that spot, like the actual shower that will freeze them. So he's right here again. He's trying to crunch them up a bit more. Yeah, there's a few behind him because there's so many, but at least they're not going in and out of that area. So it makes it a little bit safer. Especially doing it from flag out. You don't have to get it right on the flag, but if you're doing it that way, you're helping them not rotate around the point very easily. They're having to get out of the point, so that's not any tick for them, and then they're having to get in. Or they're having to fight on that other side of the point, and then they're kind of clumping. When they clump, that's what you want. You want them to clump, because that makes it easy to throw a grab with a combo on them. And you're gonna maelstrom, and you're getting more value out of clumps rather than grabbing one guy versus 5 people.
Point is so red.
I'm stepping top right now.
Play as you can.
Yeah, play live.
Yeah, just play live. I'm stepping top
Alright,
right
But
now.
again, your bruisers got to cleanse before they go in for their combo.
Top left.
I think the rule is grab and then cleanse and then go in, because you only got 5 seconds, I believe.
yeah, they got the you do it's like shock. It's shockwave.
We lost our red control.
grab.
Second point. They just have hard
Yeah.
numbers on point
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, we're really numbered on point.
Clapping 2.
So how with vines, you know.
We can even play left side
Sacred
right
on them
now.
now.
Yeah, vines will be more on your VGs and stuff. So your VGs are kind of that you're hoping your VG has it up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But you can always say, "Hey, my debt's up," and then he can know to hold his vines, because that's getting even more value. Because a debt with rending vines is gonna have more chance to exploding the enemy versus no detonate,
Catching crit. Circuit's going crit by left point. Catching Hori.
or versus no vines, either or.
Legs. What is that build? Heal 2 crit. Catching now.
Yeah, so what he's doing, if he's not doing the ice, he's getting his combo up. His combo's coming up. He's going in with the cleanse pot, trying to get a combo down on the enemy. Then he's jumping right back out, finding safe spots. So he's not dying, but getting tick on the point to D-tick or 2-tick, depending on offense or defense. And then he's doing his combo again, backing up, hitting auto attacks to get his to hopefully he crits, and then it'll help the CD of his abilities, a VG side, to come back up. He's always looking for his ice though, because that creates perimeters as well. So if he can, throw his ice, if that's up, you'll throw your ice down on cooldowns. VG pretty much almost on cooldowns, but more or less you get really no value if you're not working with your team or a group. So you're looking for a clump, an enemy clump, and then your group to answer it. And you wait. You don't. You can either wait for your group to call something or find another group. Um, this is goes for point teams. That's if they're on point, trying to attack something. Normally, your bruisers and your group are not far behind group one's group because they work together. They really want group 1 and 2 should have the same comms, and then maybe mute some people if you need to that are not bruisers because sometimes they'll have like a shield or something and things that you don't need the actual comms of. What you need the comms of is the bruisers, uh, the healer, all the healers in that in the group 1 and 2,
Hmm.
and then this is if you're the VG, you'll want to hear your bruisers where they're calling because you're helping the bruisers. You're gonna do nothing without bruiser damage. You're nothing without them. They're nothing really without you, almost, unless the people are just got bad gear. It's nice to have the combination.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait,
You
wait.
haven't you have any questions on the like what he's doing? Like besides that? Does that make sense what he's doing?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It seems fast, but what he's doing is what I'm telling you he's doing.
Yep.
He's just rinsing and repeating, like I said, a quick synopsis of what he's doing. Ice Gauntlet on cooldown, creating a perimeter. He'll throw his ice shower down, which is the lengthier, like the link thing, and he'll try to either entrap them or put it directly on them to get a freeze, and then his team can combo. And also, he's gonna probably have free, uh, free VG combo, which is your Oblivion Scream Orb.
Right.
So once that goes down, he's jumping back out, finding a safe spot. He'll be looking on the point,
right now.
and he'll go to like the left here. Okay, a little bit of
Catching
safe.
crit.
Maybe top
Circuit's
right's
going
gonna
crit.
be
Bottom left
safe.
point.
He
Catching
died
Morgan.
right there. They were just that's not
D2,
obviously
D2.
safe enough. But
Catching
he's
Hori
trying to
now.
find safe
D2.
spot.
Catching crit
If he
now.
has to, he should get
Catching crit
awful
again.
point if there's nowhere to go, but then get
Left
right
side,
back
left
in.
side.
He's
Left
like
side
then
point,
he'll
left side
start
point, left
dancing the
side
line
point.
if
Catching
it's too
crit.
many people.
I just got CC out of that heal. No heals. Dude, get the fuck
Yeah.
off. Dude. I'm dead, man. Maybe that saves.
Your bruisers should
Hopefully that
be, like I
saves.
said, on the perimeters.
Catching again.
Like they've got the quadrants.
Holy shit.
That was
They're attacking people in the front quadrants anyway. They're hitting with their hammers. They're trying to get their abilities back up. Then they're one of the bruisers is like, hey, my combo's up. Then they're going throwing their combo on point when they see a clump, and then they're getting back off, and they're
No,
starting to
I
hit stuff
can't.
with their
There's no
hammer
good
again.
difference.
CC those healers,
I'm blowing the
get
horn.
their and path stuff, trying to get their debt back up. And
Respawn's
once
ready.
they get their combo up,
Playing on 80
then they
now.
go back on the point.
Yeah, I do
They
not
can
like in the
also
road next
do
area, but
combos
no,
without their
I'm pulling
debt
this
if the
back
debt's
up.
not up.
Yeah,
You
that's
do a
good.
combo
It's actually
still
free.
because it's it'll
They can't
they'll
handle the neutral
they
side.
pretty much when it's up, it's up. The debt is up. It's not going to always be up
That's why I
with
usually
the
play, man. You just
combo,
play
the
next to
other
their healers. It's
combo.
free.
Hmm.
Yeah, their
But
healer's nowhere to save.
you'll do your
I forgot
combo
that
with the
there's free.
Maelstrom Grav, and then you'll switch to your hammer, try to CC
They're
them
already at
with
B.
your Sundering Shockwave,
It's
while
like
your other
he's still
bruiser's
taking
trying to
some
do his
I
combo,
can wall first.
and you're just
Respawn's 5.
chaining.
On B.
If they look like they got super low, capitalize. If they don't, that means they're going to recrash on you, or they're going to crash, rubber band you, and then at that point you disperse. You get back out of that
I got
clump.
B.
Hopefully you got your cleanse on. You just get out, try not to stam, and
Yeah,
then
I
just
got it,
start
Chris.
swinging on stuff again, but not the clump. And then you wait for your
Are you
combo to
placing
be
your
back
sacreds,
up.
Carl?
I'm gonna
And
put
that's
mine top
kind of
right
the
for
science of it.
He's my
Your
boost.
kill
Heals me.
squads,
Catching crit.
obviously, I
Right
think
side
you
check.
went over that,
Going in.
or
Just
you
grabbing
kind of know
build
the
that.
gist
Grabbing
of it. They're wanting to,
No, no,
you're wanting them
I'm trying to build
to
that,
be able to
man.
get in their back line. Oh, hey,
Catching
our
Elena.
bruisers are playing top quadrants,
Okay, mine is as
top
well.
left
Top
and
left.
right. They'll go work with one of those
Catching crit now.
guys, you know, or they'll see a healer. They'll come and try to kill the healers,
I grabbed
or
that now.
I got a wall behind
something
you
in the
guys.
back line. They're just being disruptive back
They
there,
have 88 up again.
Nice top
and
left jump.
helping other quadrant groups that are the top quadrants.
Yeah, I get it.
And
Yeah.
then they'll help bottom quadrants
Grabbing
too
this
if
guy
they're
right now.
back there, if that's
Right
what you
now.
want them to do.
Putting mine
Yeah, I
defensive.
get it.
Mine's bot choke.
Grabbing on this, grabbing this right now.
Just really just kind of run around.
Permanent spider, bro. I'm grabbed.
Shocking on this.
I walled.
Catching numb.
Yeah.
Catching crit now.
Keep swinging, bro.
Catching land gun. That's your stem. Putting sacred land gun.
Oh my god. Pumping.
Take us bottom right on up.
Seeing choke.
It's playing shot.
Yeah, I'm seeing choke.
Walls behind you guys.
I like how they're fighting him right here. A lot of people say don't fight there, but that's they're in a little fucking channel right here. You want to keep them in that little hole if you can.
Heal to them. Charlie them.
Keep them there. Try to be able to
Circuit bot
declump
point
as fast as
on
you
the
can.
13.
Yeah, you can catch shot. You can catch shot here.
Right here, he's getting,
I'm gonna get top B right now. You
I
guys
guess,
have
some
this
value.
top.
There's fire staffs and maybe a healing.
Their BBs are in there, careful. Their BBs are in
VG's more or less working with the groups on point.
Don't go into the choke. I'm playing top B.
There's not a lot of value for him standing at the door, so he's just gonna help his group just like normal on point. He's going back. He should be panning a bit more, I guess. So we'll keep an eye on the door, but for the most part, there's only so much he can do by himself.
I'm going seaside. Heal 2 crit. Catching now.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I got
Top
nothing.
right, top right, top right, top right, top right.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Six.
Thank you, Carl.
Stay on 6, stay on 6.
Heal 2 crit. Catching now.
Oh shit.
Going top B. Top is not.
Trying to get the bottom point now.
Take it on down bottom right.
I'm getting the bottom point, getting the bottom point. Looking at the bottom point. Yo, we're all on bottom point right now.
They're pushing me all the way. I'm gonna go top B again.
He's
Okay, everything.
They're crushing left side.
Playing bottom
me up,
point right
Debbie.
now.
Casting one guys.
Stop.
I'm rotating A side. Catching Hori.
Bruce is one.
I screamed.
Heal 2 crit. Catching crit now. Charlie.
Yeah, nice.
Catching leg out. That's your haste.
Getting bottom point still.
Where's your top right? Where's your top right?
Get that on third. I'm on key left mid right.
Yeah, we can catch right. You can catch right. Kill.
I scream key lush.
Circuit top right.
Respawn just say.
Stop it.
They're
No.
getting out. I think they're getting
Yeah,
out.
they're getting out. I'm putting a wall.
I'm doing a good job.
Hey, I'm about to leave right now. Do you have any questions, Frego?
No, man. Yeah, I appreciate you swinging by and
Putting circuit mid choke.
getting me out there, man.
I got
Like I
Mitch, I
said,
got Mitch.
I like talking to people that actually do this.
Millie?
That's actually still pushing.
I just kind of see what I
Yeah.
can find and, you know, kind of
Catching crit.
regurgitate
I'm walling
it.
behind
So
you guys.
I appreciate you.
Well, I'm gonna check it on bot choker.
It's like
coming
10
in.
a week.
Hey, no
Catching crit
problem.
now, it's
Oh,
your-
I wanted to mention I've been in a couple of your guys' wars. A lot of the times I'm locked out of going into your group comms.
Okay.
Yeah, so what that does is I can't be in there with a group, so I'm pretty much by myself.
No, yeah, for sure. So,
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, I was like, fuck. I was like, where? I was like, oh, they do have group comms, but I'm just locked out of them.
yeah.
But I wasn't like main comms. I can be in main comms, but main comm doesn't help me communicate. I can't talk over you trying to talk to my group. You know what I mean? So if you could find a way, especially if you're gonna murk people, you're gonna want them in the groups they're in to help those people.
Yeah, we
Respawn
have a
25, respawn
canary.
25.
Okay, maybe that was a problem.
So
Group no heals.
I'll
Respawn
have
20,
to
respawn
send you,
20.
a link
If you
to-
send me the link, then I can send other people if I ever get invited to the war. I can just send them it as well to help out, and you know.
Yeah, I want them on
Yeah, I'll do that after this is after we're all
Yo,
done.
Carl, you still alive?
I'll get all
Where's the
that.
safest place to play?
Yeah, and then cause man, dude, I needed like a healer and shit, and it was like I can't talk to them because they're not in comms or they're in their own comms,
Stairs is pretty safe.
and I was like, fuck, dude, okay. I was like, they don't. I just couldn't say nothing to them, and when you don't have communication, I can't say, hey, where's your heal circle at, or
Putting Sacred left side
you
point.
know, where are you healing at, or where are you at? It's like I have to press map, find them, and then they don't even know I'm like needing heals because I can't talk to them. So, anyways, yeah, I think if you fix that next time for your next war,
Yeah.
making sure that you have groups set up, and then those groups can talk to people that you're pulling into your war.
So just step on.
Yeah.
It also helps too if you can get groups to come over. Hey, I need a group. It's like if Merc Guard's like, hey, we'll help. Well, hey, yeah, see if you can get some groups to come over. Instead of mixing them in with everybody, which you may have done last time, and maybe that's what we requested. But yeah, if we can be in our groups, that way we can just communicate with each other much easier and get together. But yeah,
For sure, man. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's gonna be tough, man, because we've had a lot more practice than you guys. You guys are barely doing this, and you've got the, the beginning learning curve that you're gonna have to get past. But yeah, if you can kind of this information I'm giving you, if people really want to learn and listen, then fucking yeah, pass it on, pass it in, and then the respawn thing, and then also the quadrant thing. Kind of get that quadrant thing, and at least your quadrant can be strong enough to be able to maybe stay alive and do their thing, and then other people can start to shine.
Hell
Because
yeah.
if your main ball groups are dying, that probably means everybody's dying. If your main quadrants are doing well, then they're usually someone, if they're decent players, they're being able to make plays. So positioning on group 1 through 6, your ball group, uh, in those there's top left, top right. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, if you can get your teach your quadrants where they need to be at,
Mm.
and how they do their combos, together,
Yeah,
that you guys may have a little bit more success on maybe some newer people.
we do a whole thing like with this slide. Like we go
Hmm.
over like the quadrants, and then I have a little notepad, and I
Yeah, no, at least you're taking some initiative. The only thing is you need other people taking initiative too that want a war like you do. And maybe you're just doing it for fun and not everybody's as interested, but you know, the more interested people get into it, the more they'll be open to listening to suggestions and how it works, and you feed them the info you got. I feed you info, you get info from other places, you let all that seep in, you just keep giving that information, and then you watch the VOD and say, hey, we talked about you being in this quadrant, you said you understood, but you're moving over here, you're not supposed to go over here, and this is where you're supposed to stay. you know this is why you do this, you're watching this area so it doesn't flood, you know
right.
or whatnot. Then that's kind of, you're just hoping people are doing what you ask and what they've learned.
Mhm.
Yeah. So try to
Alright.
get them on the same level of what you want, and then yeah, you may have some success.
I appreciate it, man. I think we'll
Yep, hey, no problem.
we'll
Well,
do more.
holler at me if you have any questions or anything.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Yep.
Later.
See ya, dude. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to go over, I went over it in the last video. This is about trigger discipline. This is about knowing like what you need to be doing. This is about working as a unit. So right here, as a healer, okay, low health healer. You want to chase that, right? No, you let the disruptor. You let the disruptor, the BBIG right here. You let him do his job, and you go to site. Okay, I know this is a BBIG disruptor video, and this is a bruiser VOD. I just like showing it because of that trigger discipline, because he works as a unit. Okay. Um. Alright, so let's move on to the last thing. Off meta builds. Off meta builds. I think these are fun. So first off we have this one.
Michaels helps turn your ideas into I did it.
Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by.
Hello guys, it's me, Jiggy Spice. I'm finally coming to you with
a montage. Okay, so this is Fire Staff BB. This is gonna get crazy. Yeah, that's right, still there you go, buddy. I appreciate you guys coming and just hanging out with me, man. This has turned into more like it's gonna be a long while, obviously, but just kind of chilling in the background. It's awesome. burst.
Big grab here will be insane.
Grabbing,
Big grab, big grab, big grab. Let's go, let's go.
I spit on everyone. All of them are deceased.
Keep going, guys. Keep pushing.
They're deceased. They're melting.
Second group.
We live with it. Keep pushing off, guys. Big grab, come on. Nice.
Oh my god, that detonated.
Keep pushing, guys.
Grabbing point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone on point is deceased.
Nice, nice. Big root, big, 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 big. Still keep going on point, guys. Keep going on point.
White point, white point.
It's both on both sides still.
North side and northwest. Both fall back, both fall back.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So we get a... Ready, ready, grab,
Yeah,
mid,
yeah.
now.
Grabbing.
We're getting flank by front.
So, BB Fire Staff, fun little build.
Welcome to the team, Rob Gronkowski. Can you help us make...
I'll go ahead and shoot you an invite.
VG, BB, BB. There we go.
Invite.
Can't even see
And
it.
then I'm
Look
gonna
like
go down
top
the
versus
west
this
here.
point. This is 1v2. That sure can heals though. You see that shit?
Alright, so North Tower it is.
I see the constellations. They remind me that this life cannot be lost forever. It's all
I think you just need to. I'll link these videos in the BBV thread afterwards. But that's all the time. So if you guys want to go and watch this, short montage. Yeah. That's what we want to see. Oh. Just straight up cool. Oof, opening shot was disrespectful. Oh my god, what? That does like no damage to him. tether. Ability is pretty nuts too. Damn, the taunting. Disrespectful. Alright. Well, I think that's about it. A lot of info went over there. That was a long one. Q&A. Any questions? Anything anybody wants to ask me? Or wants to say about anything that was spoken of? Specifically, I guess I'm talking to Max. And Nip, I saw you coming at the end there. Hell yeah. You guys all good? Alright. Alright guys. Well, thank you for coming. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. And this will be uploaded tomorrow for anybody who need to watch it. So I'll see you guys on the flip.